Hi Taurus, I'm Brenda and I'm here again today to bring you your angel, tarot, and oracle reading for the month of September 2018. I want to thank you for your interest in my channel and for viewing, liking, and sharing these videos. As you know, this is strictly a general reading. And if you'd like clarity, accuracy, and answers to any questions, I welcome you to go up there and press that button, and it will take you to my website where you can see the services that I offer and how to either schedule a private reading with me or a Reiki healing session. Okay, Taurus, on with the month of September. The very beginning of the first week of September, you've been given a major card, Taurus, and you've been given the Emperor. And the Emperor is all about you dealing with situations at the beginning of September where you need to organize yourself, okay? Make sure you cross all your T's and you dot all your I's. Make sure you look into what's going on behind the scenes. Do your research, okay? And be logical about it. It's all about being structured and disciplined and logical and organized. Now, it also shows me that some of you may be stepping up and taking a promotion or having been asked to stand on a platform to speak about a certain topic. Some of you may be, it could have to do with spiritualism. They just showed me a church. Some of you may be walking your path that way. Others I saw it may have to do with an organization or a project that you're involved in, or it could be your place of employment. Some of you may be getting promoted and being asked to step up and a promotion whereby you're a leader. So step up and do that. Where, you may not actually be the president of the company, you may be the vice president of the company, or you may have been asked to take on a promotion where now you are in charge of other people and organizing that. So the Emperor is all about you staying structured, but it's also about Archangel Michael and knowing that he carries the sword. He's the protector. He's the strong one. He's the leader. He doesn't back down. So please know that the beginning of September, you may be asked to step up and organize something. Step up and, make sure that what's going on in a situation is being done right. Okay? In the middle of the second week, Taurus, you've been given a water card, and water cards are our relationship cards often, and they have to do with either romantic and intimate ones or friendship ones. But anyway, they have to do with relationships, and it can be relationships. It can be the people in our families as well. And this is the Ace of Water. And aces are the beginnings of all things in all suits. So I do see that this particular one does have to do with the romance part of some of your lives. And I do see that it will be the beginning of a romance coming into some of you. So, be prepared. You're going to be either meeting someone unexpectedly that's going to come into your life and it's just going to happen and click. I do see the beginning of you falling in love, some of you. Also, it can be the beginning of creating a relationship with people around you that maybe you hadn't been so close to, and you hadn't really noticed them the way you should have noticed them, and your energy is going to shift where you feel more comfortable around them, and you're going to like what's going on around you with other individuals in a relationship like that as well. Now, for some of you that have been in a committed relationship with a partner, and things may have been rocky and a little bit, not as romantic or as pleasing as you wished it had been, this is going to be the resurgence of that. I do see that some of you have been dealing with issues in a relationship, and some of you have actually had counseling, or you've taken the time to communicate with each other and lay your cards on the table as to what you want in that relationship, and it will improve, and you will see the resurgence of that relationship pick up again and turn out nicer than it has been as of late. For some of you, I see that you're starting to walk your spiritual path, and you're growing that way. You're expanding your horizons there. You're tapping into, thinking how the universe is sending you things. Some of you may be actually getting into some sort of healing modality. that you're interested in, which has to do with energy type of healing. I do see some of you are tapping into your own intuition, your own intuitive, empathic, and perhaps mediumship abilities. Some of you are walking your spiritual path that way. For others, I do see that you may have turned away from structured faith, but now you're starting to look into different venues and different ways of looking at spiritualism and what it can bring into your life and how you can use it. Some of you, I see you're going to be moving. I see some of you selling a house or others just leaving where you're living right now, and you're going to be moving to a new residence, a new home. So it shows me the packing going on and all the boxes stored and the paper everywhere. So enjoy your move and look at it as a brand new beginning and a new environment around you and all that comes with change and moving. Now, the card that you got, the oracle card that you got, is quite interesting. It's Aphrodite, and it's your inner goddess. So Aphrodite has to do with seeing things in a different perspective, a beautiful way of seeing someone or some situation in your life. But I do see some of you are actually taking interest in your own personal physical well-being. Some of you have maybe been too busy or not had the resources or the time, and now I see you're going to be tapping into that. You're going to feel your own personal attractiveness again, and that's tapping in. Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't mean you're necessarily tapping into your complete feminine side, but I do see that some of you are getting a makeover. Some of you are, changing your appearance. Some of you have decided that, you know what, I'm tired of how I look or how that makes me feel. So now I'm going to do something for me that's going to bring me my happiness. Now, we all know that when we feel good on the inside, we don't necessarily have to make those changes. So when we feel good inside, that exudes and transcends to the outside world. I mean, when we feel happy, we smile. Smiling shows people, your face lights up, it lifts up, you look joyful, and that transcends to them. So I do see you're going to be appreciating yourself more. You're going to be liking yourself more. You're going to be accepting yourself more. For some of you that haven't been doing that, for whatever reasons, you're going to be tapping into that now. You're going to be tapping into and awakening to you, who you are, and how you want to appear when you look at yourself in the mirror. How it will transcend when you leave that mirror and walk out that door in this world. So that's what it's about. It's about your inner self, your inner goddess, allowing that power to come out now. So for some of you that aren't physically doing something externally to your physical self and your appearance, you're going to be going within, and you're going to be doing what it is to bring you your power within. The beginning of your second week of September, Taurus, you've been given an Earth card, the 6 of Earth. Earth cards have to do with the material part of our lives, and often that includes, if we are materialistic and the things that we purchase and we bring into our lives. And it has to do often with our jobs, careers, and professions. It also has to do with, because it is an Earth card, it could have to do with the ecosystem. Those of you that may be on causes for the environment, those of you who are maybe actually out there in the environment fighting to protect it, it could have to do with that. And also our closest circle, which is our immediate family or people we feel so close to that we bring them in and allow them into that family circle. This shows me that there will be some gifts coming in. There's going to be some abundance coming in. I do see some of you are going to be getting either a check for something. I do see some of you are going to be getting a raise, perhaps at your place of employment. I do see gifts coming in. Now, gifts can come in, abundance can come in money. It can come in the form of time, or it can come in the form of effort. So basically, some of you are going to be getting recognized and commended for all the hard work that you've been doing on a particular situation or project or your place at work. or, perhaps some of you have been busy helping in an organization and you've put so much time into it. You're going to get some recognition for that and compensated for your time and your work. I do see that some of you will be receiving money through your job, because I see some of you have, they just said the word upgraded, stepped up. They showed me a step up on the ladder in your career. So some of you may have been given a promotion, or you may have moved on to a new career where you know you're going to get paid better and for what you can offer to that place of employment. Some of you may have taken an extra credit or a course on the side. Some of you may, actually, they show me, may be stepping out for a whole new career, but it will benefit you financially much better. Now, for those of you that have applied for money for whatever reason, and you've been waiting for that approval with that loan, please know that you will get that approval. You will see that come through. For those of you that have been struggling and trying to pay off a long-term debt, know that you're now going to be able to close that down. You're now going to have the money to pay that debt off. In the middle of the second week of August, Taurus, you've been given a fire card, the Two of Fire. And fire cards have to do with our personal self-development and what we do to achieve that. And with all this, all the environment, the situation around us, and all the energy that comes into us, how do we process that for our greater good? And it shows me that some of you, you have to go places you normally wouldn't go. Some of you are going to take risks you normally wouldn't take, and those leaps of faith to get you there. I do see some of you have been working hard on that, in that endeavor, and now it shows me that you're coming into your own. You're coming into your own self-worth, your own independence, your ability to fly now and spread your wings. So I do see some of you, maybe it may have to do with your place of employment, your career, the profession that you've chosen. Some of you may be getting involved in signing contracts and important documents, because I do see there may be someone else coming in with you as a partner. This may have to do with a partnership with your place of employment. It could also have to do with contracts. It could have to do with matrimonial, signing of legal papers that way. But it will be a continued move forward on your path. So know that if it has to do with business or marriage, that you're doing the right thing, that you're being fair and just, and the decisions that you're making to with this other individual or people in a partnership, perhaps in business, that it will work out in your favor. It's a continued walk forward. Now, at the end of that second week, the oracle card that you got is quiet time. So take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So this is about reflection. This is about catching your breath. This is about recharging yourself, your batteries, and your energy level, and doing what it is you have to do that. So quiet time. Some of you may actually want to take yourself to the silence and meditate. But step back, take yourself away from the crowd and the noise that it brings into your life, and just sit with yourself and take that time, whatever way it is for you to be alone, and do some reflection as well, looking back, and just recharge your batteries by doing so that you're able to face all these exciting things that are coming in. The beginning of the third week, Taurus, of September, you've been given renewal. And it is a major card. And renewal is all about looking back and reflecting and evaluating the situation and the energy that's been around you this time, in September, and taking a favorable assessment of all the facts coming into you, okay? And knowing that it's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to move in a new direction. Renewal is leaving where you've been and moving on. It's closing one door behind you and walking through the next door ahead of you. Some of you, it may be relationship transition, but know that you'll have the support of family and friends around you in your closest circle to give you support and be there to basically love you through this. Often with relationship transitions, or even leaving, somewhere, leaving a job or leaving a location geographically, for whatever reasons that happen on your path, you have to do this. Sometimes it leaves you feeling a little bit sad and reflective. Please know that you're not going to walk your path alone, because it does show me that those people that care for you are going to be there and step up. Those people are going to be there to support you and get you through this. But please know it is time. You will be moving on in a new direction, some of you, for the reasons that I've mentioned. It could be a relationship transition, moving away from a relationship or a marriage, a partnership. It could be, a place where you've worked, that you're leaving there. Sometimes even retirement can be difficult for people to accept. You look forward to it, all those years of hard work and labor, and then finally the day comes where it's here, and you're saying goodbye to your co-workers and the people around you, and everybody's happy for you and they're celebrating, but it kind of leaves you with the wind knocked out of your sails. One part of you says, oh great, I can leave and I can retire, and then it's, gee, I'm going to miss you guys. I'm going to miss this energy. I'm going to miss this job. I'm going to miss the routine. So please know that it's time to move in a new direction. So the universe and divine sources that be are telling you that you're going to do it, and it's okay, and you'll have the love and the support of them as well as your family and friends around you. In the middle of the third week, Taurus, you've been given an air card, and this is the Seven of Air. And it's the first of 2 air cards that you do have in the month. And air cards have to do with dealing with challenges. And often they can be, having challenges that people bring in, and I tell them they stir that cauldron up, and you have to make fair and just decisions and choices that are determined around these people. And often the energy they bring in isn't fun, and it can be negative and challenging, and it backs you up against the wall to be forced to do this. For others, it could be legal issues, where you feel trapped in those legal issues too, when you've been called in to defend yourself on your platform, or to make fair and just decisions if you've been asked to witness something, and to make a decision that should be the best decision to make. This tells me that, again, with the renewal card, you're going to have to revise your plans. If you've made plans, you may have to change them slightly. There's more going on behind the scenes that maybe you know about for some of you, if you're dealing with legal issues, or there's something that you have to sign, or you have to agree to, or you have to make a major decision on. You need to make sure you do your research and find out all the facts before you sign on the dotted line or make that decision or agree to anything. Because if you jump in too quickly and you haven't processed and received all this information that you really need to go over, it's poor timing. So do not do this. Please, if you've been wanting to make some plans, don't go forward with them yet. There's things going on that you need to check into first before you get up and go. The oracle message is quite interesting for that again, and you've been given fairness. So basically, let's get over here. The situation will be handled as fair and just, in a fair and just manner. So again, we talked about that air card, making those decisions, okay? How ironic that this came out right after that. And you need to know, I don't choose these cards. I shuffle them. I ask my guides to send me the cards that I need, and that's what they do. They just throw them out on my desk, or they shoot them out of my deck, and that's the card that I take. I do not go through those cards and pick them out. This is not where this comes from. This reading has come directly from my guides for these general readings for you on YouTube. But it always amazes me when I get these amazing cards that they send me that relate to the card prior to it. So it's beautiful, and that's how true readings should be. So please know that you will be doing what's fair, okay? And when it comes to, making these plans, you're gonna check into everything that's going on with that last air card, and the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Now, the beginning of your 4th and final week of September, Taurus, you've been given another air card, and this is the Page of Air. Okay, so this is someone around you that may be a little bit younger, or a little bit, it may be a little bit immature, or may not have the ability to be tactful. And what you're going to do, this individual is going to going to relate some information to you about something that's going on, but it will be a truthful statement. You're going to hear some truthfulness coming from this individual. But what you're not going to like is how it was delivered, or who delivered it, or you're going to feel like, why didn't I know this first? So, but don't let that bother you. Just take the message about this truthfulness, okay? It may be a little bit, this information may be a little bit challenging to you. This truthfulness will come out, but it may be something that you were surprised about, okay? You're going to hear. Just take the message. And again, it talks about not jumping in and making plans too quick. There may be some delays that are going to come into you now with these plans that you thought you could move forward to, because now you've got this new information that's come into you that now you're going to have to deal with. The middle card for the middle of the last week of September is that card I don't like, and it is the ego or the devil card in the regular deck of tarot. These are the angel tarot decks. This is telling me that, sometimes when we get backed up against the wall and we start to feel depleted and deflated, and we want to run out and make ourselves feel better. And it's a false sense of entrapment. What we do is we become overly focused on material things or things that we think will give us an immediate fix and gratification to kind of push the situation we should be dealing with out of the way. So it's all about, you know what? You go out and you buy yourself that big ticket item, and then, a week later you go, oh my God, I got to pay my credit card off, or I dug into some money. I shouldn't have done that. And I love it, but I don't love it that much. So it's all about indulging and allowing negative energy and absorbing that, and allowing that negative energy to make us feel that we're trapped, and really we aren't. So it's dealing with the core issue, and that's the message that comes out with the ego card. Deal with that core issue. Don't shelf it. Don't ignore it. Don't put on blinders. Look at it and figure out how you're going to deal with it, and then you're done. And then you're done, and you won't feel trapped. So it's having negative and fear-based thoughts and allowing that energy to come into us. So don't allow that to happen. The final card for September, my friend Taurus, you've been given divine passion. And that says, be honest with yourself. What is in your heart? What is your heart's true desire? I'm sorry, I can't read things backwards on my computer. So basically, it's sitting within yourself and taking time to say to yourself, okay, who is it I really want to be? What is it I really want to do? Okay, so be honest with yourself. Be truthful with yourself. Don't allow that ego to come into play, okay? Be true to yourself. Don't allow other people's negative energy to determine where it is you want to be on your path. And we are the only people that can make ourselves happy and satisfied. We can't expect other people to entertain that and bring that to us and do that for us. So be honest with yourself. What is it that your heart desires? What is your true desire? And think about it, my friend. I wish you a great month of September. I can't believe I'm saying that. Summer's going by very quickly, but I'll see you again in October. And know that I continue to stand in that circle of light for you, my friend.